Hello, beautiful manifestors. It is Olivia Grace, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about how to manifest yourself out of a bad financial situation. I know that there's a lot going on with the world, specifically in America with the government shutdown and the food stamp situation. And these are things that we don't really talk about often on the channel just because, we're more focusing on our power and not on outward circumstances. But um, it is a reality for some people. And um, I saw this TikTok of this man who created a food bank in his front yard to help people. And I wanted to think about, like, what am I doing to help people? I feel like the videos and everything, yes, it helps people, but I just want to talk to those that really are feeling stuck in their circumstance. I also want to say, I just posted this, but if you are someone, um, who is uh, basically, if you're someone who's being affected by the shutdown or affected by the EBT, then I would like to allow you to join the Godstate activation that I'm doing on the 17th. Just email me. I would love for you to email me some type of proof, like an email or notice or something, just to confirm, just to, keep the integrity of it. But yeah. So, but I feel like this video by itself will be enough to help you, no matter what circumstance that you're in. And I want to talk to you guys from all different states of consciousness, okay? So yeah, if you're new here, I am Olivia Grace. This is the Master Manifestors channel. Here I talk about law of assumption, manifestation, all that good stuff. So if you're into those topics, you would love it here. If I know that this could possibly like reach people who are not maybe not so deep into manifestation yet, or still figuring it out. So I'm gonna kind of talk to you guys from that level. Okay. Hi, Edinburgh. All right. So the first thing to know when it comes to shifting any situation, no matter the situation, is knowing yourself above this. Okay. And as I just said, a lot of this could be very different from what you're used to knowing or used to thinking. But I want to really just give you guys, just be open-minded to a different way of thinking that can help you. Everything that I'm going to tell you to do is going to be mental shifts. It's nothing that you have to take action with or, buy something with. It's everything is just about changing your mind. And so if you're open, then it can shift your life. It can shift your situation. It can change today. All right. So, all right. First and foremost, you have to know, not even know, but entertain the idea that you are above the circumstance. And even if you're someone who doesn't know your power yet, put whatever your faith is in, if your faith is in God, if your faith is in the universe, if your faith is in whatever, um, have more faith in your assistance, have more faith in your solution, have more faith in your miracle than you have in your circumstance. Because the thing is, we have faith in whatever it is that we're believing. We have faith, like sometimes when you're in a lacking circumstance or you're in a messed up circumstance, you believe like you don't have any faith. But you do have faith. Your faith is just in the problem. Your faith is in, for a lot of people, I'm going to just be real. Your faith is in the government. Okay. Your faith is in what the government can do for you or provide for you. Okay. And they're showing you clearly right now that that's not a safe place for you to put your faith in. Okay. But there's actually the gift in that is going to where your faith is guaranteed and secured, where your faith is actually met, right? Which is with God, with universe, source, whatever you want to call it, with God. That's where your faith is actually does something, where it actually goes forth and produces something. Okay. So having faith in God over having faith in your circumstance. All right. That's number one. Now, what about this, right? Because many of you may be like, but I'm praying and I am having faith and you know, things are not shifting. Now we're going to get into the esoteric side of things. Okay. So just hang on. All right. So the God that is animating everything, when they say God is omnipotent, this means that it is present in all. Okay. Present in everything, present in you, present in me, present in the painting behind me. Right. But the difference between me and the painting behind me is that I'm conscious. Okay. You are conscious. You are aware. You're able to direct this presence. You're able to direct your mind and your attention. And directing your mind and your attention is what allows for you to create a different circumstance, to shift into a different reality. Okay. I'm like, I want to talk, I want to keep this as simple as I can, but to be honest, for you guys to be able to have the biggest shift, I have to talk to you on some big boy shit. Okay. So, and everything that I'm saying, I'm not going to tell you to just accept it. I'm not going to tell you to just believe it, right? I'm going to tell you to try it yourself, okay? Try it yourself. If it does not work for you, then forget about it. But for those of you who are actually going to watch the video and actually apply it and actually get the results, it's worth it, okay? So there are parallel realities, all right? There are parallel versions of you. There's parallel versions of reality, okay? And so your solution is already existing, all right? Your solution, the reality where it works out for you and the reality where it doesn't work out for you, both of them are existing, okay? And so the way that you connect yourself where the reality where it works out for you is by your faith, all right? According to your faith, be it done unto you, all right? This is biblical, but it's also talking about manifestation. What it's saying, according to your faith, be it done unto you. What does that mean? It means that what you believe is what you're going to receive, okay? What you believe, if you believe that, wow, you know, the big powerful government has done these things to me and now it's all over for me and my family, that is what it will be, but it does not have to be that. If Jesus was sitting right next to you, how would you feel? If Jesus was sitting right next to you with all that's going on in the same circumstance, how would you feel? Right? Okay, well, Jesus is inside of you. Jesus is Jesus is you. Okay? Like Jesus is inside of you. Jesus is with you. All right. So if you just because you don't look next to him on the couch and see him there, doesn't mean that Jesus is not with you, right? That God is not with you. Okay. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with anything. What Jesus represents is God awakened in man. Just like I was talking about when it comes to the omnipotent being, right? God is not a man in the sky. God is a infinite energy. It's everything, right? That is in you, okay? And when you know that, when you're aware of God being in you, that is Christ consciousness. This is what Jesus was, right? Jesus was man, fully awakened as God while still in form, okay? And that's why Jesus was supreme to all circumstances, okay? Jesus was supreme to physics, okay? Jesus was supreme to death. Jesus was supreme to illness, okay? Jesus was supreme to lack, okay? Jesus could look at lack and turn lack into abundance. You have that same ability and same power, all right? And you have it. It's not even something that you go get. It's not something that you pray for. It's a gift that God has given you. Okay? It's a gift that God has given you already. But it's a gift that you can either accept or reject. And when you decide and persist in the fact that you're limited and you are below your circumstance and the enemy or the devil, right, is going to win. The devil, right, in law of assumption and manifestation, the devil, because everything in law of assumption is symbolic. The devil symbolizes doubt. Okay? The devil symbolizes doubt. When you're facing your situation, either you're going to give your energy to God, faith, or you're going to give your energy to doubt, the devil. Okay? When the woman with the problem with the issue of blood touched Jesus, right? What did he say? Your faith has made you whole. He didn't say, I made you whole, right? He didn't say, I made you whole. He said, your faith has made you whole. Your faith is what puts you in the position to receive the blessing. The blessings are abounding, okay? The blessings are abounding. But if you're thinking, well, the blessings are abounding for them, not me, that's exactly what you're commanding to be true, okay? You are separating yourself from the miracle, all right? But the miracle is available. Can you have faith? What if you did? Okay, this is my favorite little technique to enter what we call a state. Okay, And when I say a state, it's a state of consciousness, but you can think of it like a parallel reality if you want to. How do you enter this reality where your solution is existing and happening, right? What if it were true? You enter it with your imagination, with your feeling, all right? And so what if it were true that my solution is here? What if I really believe, just like if I could believe as much as if I would that if Jesus was sitting next to me on the couch, that I don't really have any problems? How much can I surrender to the higher being? How much can I surrender to the power that's doing all of this? The power that even the government is not over, okay? How much can I believe in and have faith in that over the circumstance? And according to that faith, be it done unto you. Your faith will make you whole. Your faith can break you down, okay? Your faith can break you down. If your faith is in lack, if your faith is in victim mentality, if your faith is in they're doing this to me, if your faith is in my fate, my well-being is in the hands of others, okay, then that's going to break you down, all right? If your faith is in all things are possible with God, then that's going to build you up. That's going to save you, okay? With man, right? What did Jesus say? With man, yeah, it's impossible. With man, I know you're thinking, but I have these things going on. Maybe you have children, right? Maybe you got bills. You had to choose between food and bills now. You got things looking. Yeah, with man, it is impossible. But you're not just with man, okay? You're not just with man. You're with God, all right? And with God, all things are possible. Your solution can and has manifested today, now, in this moment. It's already done for you. It's already done for you. But can you come into agreement with that? Okay? Stop coming into agreement with lack. Stop being beat down because everybody else is beat down. Stop catching the ick from everybody else. You don't have to associate yourself with that. Okay? You're set apart. That's the reason why you're even watching this video, especially if you're watching to this point. That's the reason, because you're set apart. You're meant for the solution. But you have to come into agreement with that, okay? It's possible. Start there. Even if you can't go to it's done or it's being done, go to it's possible. It's possible. Like I told you, this guy was doing his food bank in his front yard. And somebody left had to be a few $1,000s in his mailbox for him to, to bless his food bank. That it happens. Miracles happen, okay? Things happen. There are people out there that want to bless you. There are people out there that actually want to help you. But you can't see them when you're focused on all the people that don't want to help you. Your focus is what you are aligned with. Your focus is what you're in agreement with. Okay? All right? Get out of victim mentality. Okay? Get out of victim mentality. When you are believing that somebody has power over your life, you're in victim mentality. And I get it, you guys, okay? Like, I know y'all don't know me. I don't know you. But when I tell you I've been there before, I've been in struggle. I've been in a position where I had to choose between bills and food, okay? And what got me through every time was God. It wasn't something else, okay? It was always God, and it's always going to be God, okay? It is possible, but you cannot stay in a victim mentality. You cannot stay in anger of, oh my God, it's everybody else's fault that I'm in this position and I have to wait on them to change. This is why, okay? It's not to say that unfair things are not being done, right? But it's just that sitting in the unfair energy is not serving you. It's actually hindering you. And they want you to feel like that. They want you to feel like your well-being, your family's well-being is in their hands and their decision, and it's not. Okay? It's not. You are, God is the captain of your life. You are the captain of your life. Okay? Not anybody else, but you're so captain that you can say, you know what, background character, you come fly the plane. You come direct it. And don't be mad when they start flying you into trees because they're not as concerned with your path as you are. So as long as your path is in somebody else's hands, you're going to be disappointed to where it takes you to. And this is the truth. I know that you might hear voices saying, no, but that's not true. What could I do? It's not about what you can do. There's nothing for you to do. It's for you to accept that God has already done it. It's already done. If anything there is for you to do is to surrender your fear, surrender your doubt as much as you can. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be completely calm. You don't have to trust. You don't have to completely believe. But what they say is a faith of a mustard seed, just a bit. Just a bit. Trade a bit of that fear. Trade a bit of the dread and prepare yourself for a miracle. Open yourself to the miracle. The miracle is present, right? The miracle is present. Are you? The miracle is in the now. Are you? This is where you'll meet it. When you decide that I can let go of the old identity, I can let go of the old reality, I can let go of the problem, I can let go of the idea and belief that other people have control over me and my life. I can let go of the idea and belief that my only solution is in man's hands. If your only solution is in the hands of man, you're fucked anyway. Okay? Doesn't matter what they do with this, you're fucked. Because man fails. God does not. Man fails. God does not. So where are you putting your faith? Where are you putting your belief? Where are you putting your trust? Is it in man or is it in God? This is the time for you to decide. And sometimes circumstances like these force you to decide, because before, man has been reliable. It's been something you can count on. It's not meeting all your needs, right? But it's enough for you to say, all right, I'm good. At least I'm good. And then when man fails you, then you have no one to turn to but God. And then you start turning to God for everything. And you realize that God doesn't let you down, okay? God doesn't let you down. All right? Okay, so I'm not going to go on and on. I'm intending this prospers you, okay? Just put your faith in God. I will leave you guys with a little technique. I'll give you two techniques, in fact. One will be an affirmation, okay? You can condense whatever it is that you need or want into a short statement and just repeat it in your head. Use it as like a mantra, right? We call this robotic affirming. Just use it in your head and repeat it, right? It can be something like, all my needs are met now. All my needs are met instantaneously. It can be something like that. Everything is working out for me. Something like that. Just something simple, short, to the point, that you can easily just continue to affirm in your head, okay? Now, you can also do something called SATs, all right? I'm not going to get all into detail about what it is, but basically what it is a short scene implying that you have what you need, okay? Or you have what you want. So if that's you, like if you are in trouble with like bills, or you're in trouble with food, let's take food. Just see yourself cooking an amazing meal or buying an amazing meal for your family or for yourself. Just see the food on the table. Find your, maybe take a bite, right? So those of you who have children, I'm gonna give you a scene like this, okay? If you don't have children, just do it with yourself, all right? Or your partner. But I want you to, in your imagination, you're going to see and feel, not in third person. So you're not going to be looking at yourself at the table. You're going to be looking through your own eyes at the table in your imagination. You're going to look around. You're going to see your children. You're going to see the food on the table. Okay. You're going to see the food on the table, and you're going to look at your plate. I want you to see, don't be stingy with what you see. It's your imagination, right? What's the worst that can happen? Don't see yourself eating beanie weenies, right? See yourself eating some roast chicken and mashed potatoes and broccoli and whatever, okay? I always say, reach for the moons. The least you could do is fall amongst the stars, okay? So when you're manifesting things, don't short yourself. Don't shortchange yourself. Open yourself to the miracle, okay? So I want you to see the spread, smell it, smell the food, smell how it smells, see your children's faces, all right? And I want you to hear one of them say, mommy, this is good. Or, daddy, this is good. Okay? Just that. That's it. Go back. See yourself at the table. Feel yourself sitting in your chair at your kitchen table. See your table in front of you. See the food. See the spread out. Smell it, how it smells. Feel yourself in the dining room. Look around at your children's face, at your partner's face, maybe at your pet's face, right? Hear them say, this is good. That's it. You're going to loop that scene, that short scene, including as much sensory vividness as you can. You're going to loop that scene over and over and over as you fall to sleep. So you're going to lay down. SAT stands for state akin to sleep. There's a state between wakefulness and sleep where you're groggy. You're kind of falling into sleep. That state is it's a powerful time. It's a time where it's easy for you to impress things into your mind and easy for you to manifest, basically, long story short. So you're going to loop that scene as you fall to sleep. It doesn't matter if you fall to sleep, you're supposed to fall asleep. Just keep looping it, okay? Or anything else. That's just an example, okay? If you're someone who's like behind on your bills, behind on your rent, see yourself in your home at Thanksgiving. See yourself in your home at Christmas, right? In fact, Christmas is better. Go to Christmas, okay? Create the atmosphere of Christmas in your home, okay? See your decorations, see your tree, and see hella gifts under your tree. That's going to imply that you didn't just make it, but you made it in abundance, okay? See the gifts under your tree. Once again, if you have children, bring their faces up. See them excited. Oh my God, things have turned around. And when you're doing this, you guys, once again, it's what if this were true? Don't worry about the accuracy, all right? Don't worry about, but that's not true. And how's that going to happen? And da-da-da-da-da. Don't worry about the how, you guys. There are ways you know not of. There are ways that you know not of, okay? Don't worry about the how. Worry about the end. Focus all your attention and your energy on receiving and having the thing that you want, okay? So see yourself with Christmas, like create the atmosphere of Christmas. Hear Christmas music in the background. Smell Christmas cookies, hot chocolate. Look around, see the decorations, the plants, or the presents, the lights, okay? And see your children ecstatic from the gifts that you gave them, okay? Or your partner or yourself, whatever, it doesn't matter, all right? Loop that scene as you fall to sleep. And I'm telling you guys, your imagination is bigger than your circumstance. God is bigger than your circumstance, okay? It is. If you do these things, I promise you, it will work for you, okay? If you do these things. In fact, depending if you're very like stressed, I would say do the robotic affirming during the day and do the SAT scene at night. Do the robotic affirming during the day of it's all worked out for me, or I have all my needs are met in this moment. All my needs are met now. Do that during the day. Just repeat it to yourself. When you feel nervous, repeat it to yourself. Remind yourself, I'm trusting in God. Remind yourself, what if Jesus was right here? What if Jesus was right here? Would I be worried the way that I'm worried right now? What if I really believed in God? What if I really believed in God's ability to help me and God's ability to turn this situation? How would I really be feeling right now? Bring yourself back into center. Bring yourself back into faith. Okay? Don't let yourself dwell in doubt. If you find yourself dwelling in doubt and you're in a place where you're like, I can't get myself out, that's okay. Have compassion for yourself. It's okay, right? But when you can, get back to it. Get back to faith. Get back to trusting. And then at night, you're going to do your SAT scene. You're going to repeat it over and over and over and let the miracle unfold. Open yourself to the miracle, okay? All right. I am intending that this... I'm intending that this prospers you guys immensely, all right? I'm absolutely sure that it has. I'm sending you guys infinite love. If you're catching this late, you can run it back. But I am definitely intending, like I said, for this to assist you guys. I also said in the beginning, if you have been affected by what's going on, like in the government, you can send me an email and get a free ticket to the Godstate activation. I know it will be very, very helpful for you, okay? As well as just catch up on my videos. I did a money video the other day and people had really amazing shifts from that as well. But I am sending you infinite love. It will be okay. I know sometimes it does not seem like that, y'all. I really, truly do. I know it seems like it can't be okay, but that's actually impossible. It's impossible for it not to be able to be okay because of God, because of grace, okay? But you have to be in the vicinity to receive the miracle, okay? So I hope this puts you at least there. I'm intending that it did. I love you guys, and I'll see you in a video soon.